If you're a marketer, business owner, or video creator, this video will teach you everything about making good ads that push you leaps and bounds beyond your competition who are still concerned about making nice videos that don't move the needle for a business. If you're new here, I run a production company called Hyperfilm that's worked with some of the world's biggest brands. Let's get into it. Why do we wear ties? Isn't it a strange concept? Doesn't keep us warm, doesn't keep us cool, it has no function. Why do we buy nice cars? Any car can get us from A to B, right? And why do we allow brands to advertise for free by having their logos on our bodies? Well, a tie makes us feel like a professional. It gives us a bit of an identity when we wear a slim one or a colorful one. It distinguishes us from the rest of the suits. Different cars give us different statuses. It tells people that you're sporty or classy or that you're environmentally conscious. And clothes are different uniforms. We wear the uniform of the tribe that we wish to be included in. People make decisions emotionally. So the next time you're wondering, why are people not buying my products? Why are people not buying my services? It's so much better than the others. Well, you have to make them feel something, and only then will they care about your features. The only reason any brand or human is remembered is through stories. Great stories are evergreen. That's why they're told over and over again. Humans are wired for stories. That's why stories are 22 times more memorable than facts. And no, you don't need some sort of big Hollywood script. Even within a 15-second ad, you can show your audience, here's the problem, here's the solution, and here is how it can change your life. That's a story. In a world overflowing with content, the real scarcity is attention. So people will give you about 1 to 5 seconds to decide, am I going to scroll or am I going to stay? So you have to earn their attention before you even earn the right to deliver your message. The best way to do that? Break their pattern. Address them directly, shock them, make them laugh, entertain them. Whatever you need to do to stop them in their tracks. Grabbing an audience's attention is the first obstacle any ad has to overcome, and if it doesn't overcome that one, nothing else matters. The easiest way a brain gets frustrated is when it doesn't understand something. It fires up the stress hormone cortisol, and in an attempt to escape, it will run away as fast as possible. A lot of ads fail because they try to be too clever. But clarity beats cleverness every time. If someone can't tell what you do or why it matters in the first 10 seconds, they won't dig deeper. One clear message is much better than 5 witty ones. I'll delve a little deeper into this later in the video. Isn't it strange that humans need food to survive? Yet they will literally go against their survival instinct to stand in a long line for a restaurant instead of just going into an empty restaurant. There was an experiment conducted where there was a lift full of actors and they were all facing the wrong way. And guess what? Every time someone new walked in, they faced the wrong way with the actors despite them knowing it's incorrect. People simply want to follow suit. In business terms, this is called social proof. If everyone likes it, if everyone is using it, then it must be great. You can use this same human psychology for your ad. Show that people already trust you, show some popularity. People often feel safer when they're not the first one to say yes. People don't want to work out, they want to live longer. They want respect for their external proof of discipline. And people don't buy candles, they buy a mood, they buy a memory, they buy an atmosphere. Simply put, people don't care about your service or product, they care about the transformation it's going to bring to their life. Which leads me into my next point. The jam experiment was a study that showed that a wider variety of jams attracted loads of people, way more than less variety of jams, but it ended up leading to less sales. Interesting, right? You would think that people like options. But choice paralysis is a real thing. A confused or uncertain mind just doesn't buy. Make your call to action simple as you can make it. If it's too complicated, has too many steps, has too many options, people bounce. The best ads have one simple next step. Keep it clean and frictionless. The same ad doesn't work everywhere. YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn, all different worlds. Tailor your creative to the platform. On TikTok, you have to get attention instantly. On YouTube, you get to tell a deeper story. On LinkedIn, you have to show credibility and authority. One way of doing this is by writing a script that can be cut up in different ways. Parts can be moved around, the story can be abbreviated, or film several versions with the different platforms in mind. What's a brand? Is it your service or your product? Is it your logo or your colors? No. A brand is the space that you or your brand occupy in someone's mind and the affiliations they make with it. That means they need to see your brand as often as possible. That's one mistake I see all the time, where a brand will put a bunch of money into one big hero ad and then wonder why nothing happens. The brands that win are showing up consistently throughout different touchpoints. A hero ad, cut downs, short clips, retargeting to different social media content. Ads do not live in isolation. They work within a system that introduces your brand to your customer and will build a vision in their mind. No matter how many experts, including myself, tell you that they can get it perfectly right every single time, it's just not true. Remove your ego. I know you might love the ad, but what does your audience think? Did they respond well? Which parts did they like the most? Which parts could use tweaking? The best ads aren't born perfect. They're tweaked into perfection. Sometimes it's just a small word that needs to change. Sometimes it's the music. Maybe it was the thumbnail. Sometimes the difference between a flop and a winner is a tiny tweak. The thing is, great marketers and business owners already know this concept because they apply it in the rest of their life. So it's not any different when it comes to ads. You make the best thing that you can make based on your research and your knowledge, but then you keep making amends until you hit gold. Okay, I know that was a lot, so let's recap. Emotions drive decisions. Stories stick. Without hooking people first, nothing matters. Clarity beats cleverness. People want to belong. We buy identities, not products. Keep your offer simple. Make your ad based on where it will live. Consistency grows a brand. Nothing beats testing. That's the playbook. If your ad doesn't make people feel something, want to belong to something, or know exactly what to do next, it won't sell. Now, if you want to see how to replicate a $1 million ad for only 10K, check out the video on screen. Trust me, you will not look at ads the same again.